This is the day that the Lord has made, and let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Paul says this in Galatians chapter 6, verse number 9 and 10. He says, let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Therefore, here's the focus. Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to everybody. Here's the focus, especially to those who are of the household of faith. I need us to understand that grace, it's a word that has more meaning than just us singing it. It's more than a line in our favorite song or verse that we quote in tough seasons. Grace is a force. Grace is a movement. Grace is a call. And what I find interesting is that grace finds us in our brokenness, but never leaves us there. And because of grace, we don't just survive this Christian walk, we live it out loud. We do good, even when doing good gets hard, even when doing good is unpopular, even when doing good is inconvenient. Maybe your doing good is even misunderstood. Because in a world where division is trending, where online arguments win more likes than act of kindness, where outrage often drowns out compassion, grace stands as a countercultural witness. Because realize, child of God, we are not saved by our good works, but we are absolutely saved for our good works. Paul says, don't grow weary in doing good. And you want to know why he said that? Because he knew we'd get tired of giving and getting nothing in return, tired of forgiving and being taken for granted, tired of standing for truth and being labeled narrow-minded, tired of helping others while they scroll past our pain. But Paul says, don't quit, don't cave in, don't clock out. Because grace, and I'm talking about real grace, provides endurance. We don't do good because the world notices. We do good because grace noticed us. Our culture is steeped in self-promotion, self-preservation, entitlement. But grace teaches us to think bigger, to serve wider, to love deeper. Grace says you don't wait until someone deserves kindness, you offer it anyway. You don't just love those who think like you or who vote like you. You do good to all men, to the immigrant and the stranger, to the single mother and the forgotten father, to the neighbor who ignores you, to the coworker who always seemingly undercuts you, to the friend who has betrayed you. We do good not because it's easy, but because grace wasn't cheap. And let's not skip out verse number 10, where he says, especially to those who are of the household of faith. Can I tell you something? Grace starts at home. We can't preach unity and practice division in our pews. We can't shout grace from the pulpit and whisper gossip in the lobby. We can't post Bible verses in our feed and harbor bitterness in our heart. Understand, Mesa Church, the world is watching, and they're not looking for perfect Christians. They're looking for gracious ones. Grace has impacted us so deeply because it reached us when we were unworthy. So now we live to reflect it. We live to extend it. We live to embody it. Every act of good we do isn't wasted. Realize it's a seed. And in due season, there will be a harvest. Not always in headlines, not always in applause, but always, here it is, in heaven's eyes. So today, don't just thank God for grace. Let grace move you to speak well, to forgive quickly, to give generously, to do good boldly. Because grace isn't just amazing when it saves you. Grace is great when it flows through you to impact all men, especially those of the household of faith. Do good unto all people. Do good unto all men and women, no matter who they are. But especially do good to those who are the household of faith. I pray this message finds you where it needed to find you today. And until next time, be blessed.